Terumot Perek Daled Mishnah Aleph. Just as a review, we had a machloket in the last Mishnah between Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yehoshua. Okay, we had a case of someone who's dores litrak tziot al pi hakad. Just to refresh your memory, I pressed accidentally a litra of tziot of Terumah, a measurement of dried figs, onto the whole cake. And so we wanted to know, is the machloket between Rabbi Yehoshua and Rabbi Eliezer, does the cake have the ability to be mevatel or not? Okay? Rabbi Eliezer says yes, and Rabbi Yehoshua says no. Rabbi Yehoshua says since they're not mixed together, therefore the cake cannot be mevatel, the top layer. Rabbi Eliezer says it can. Our Mishnah is a continuation of that discussion. It's a very similar discussion, but this time not in terms of fig cakes, but in terms of grain storage lockers or storage sheds or closets, as it were. It says the Mishnah. Sa'ad Terumah shenafla pi migura v'kip'ah. Let's say about migura. Migura, the Terumah says, is an otsar she'ogrim bo tfuah. It's a grain locker, it's a grain storage. And in the grain storage, a sa'ah of Terumah fell, measurement of Terumah fell on the top, al pi migura v'kip'ah. So you have the grain in the locker, right? You have the grain. I know I'm not being very illustrative, but I couldn't find a good picture of a grain locker. Okay, and the grain is, and then the sa'ad Terumah fell on top. V'kip'ah. So what did you do? Hisir mashelamala. You took off the top layer. Is that enough or not? Rabbi Eliezer says, Im yesh bakipui meya sa'a ta'ale be'echad u'meya. Rabbi Eliezer says, if in the kipui, in the stuff that you took off, there is meya sa'a, there is 100 sa'a, ta'ale be'echad u'meya. It is batel echad u'meya. Rabbi Yehoshua omer lo ta'ale. Rabbi Yehoshua says, it should not ta'ale, it should not be batel. Let's see what's going on here. We'll look at the Terumah. Im yesh bakipui ta'ale be'echad u'meya. Mefarish Yerushalmi explains, this is what it means. Im yesh bekipui im mashe tachtav echad umea. If there is in the kipui, together with that which below it, meaning you have the storage closet, right? And you have the top layer. So if there is the top, together with the top layer that you pulled off, together also 100 sa'ah, then ta'aleh. Then it'd be batel. Rabbi Eliezer, the Ta'ameh, Rabbi Eliezer follows the same opinion. Remember our case, we said the bottom layers of the cakes. So here we have a very similar case. We have a grain basket, we have a grain area, and you have a top layer, and in that case also we say that the grain is the same way. Rabbi Yehoshua, Rabbi Yehoshua says, Lo ta'aleh. Rabbi Yehoshua, the Ta'ameh, Rabbi Yehoshua is according to his opinion, who says, the bottom layers cannot be mevatel the top layers. That is the explanation of the Terumah. I just want to point out, it doesn't fit exactly in the language. Because the language implies, im yesh bekipui, if in the kipui, which means the top that you took off, 100 sa'ah. But the Yerushalmi is rereading it and saying, if there is in the kipui, together with the bottom layers, me'ah sa'ah. So just understand the Yerushalmi is rereading the Mishnah in order to make this Mishnah a continuation of Mishnah Yud about the top layers of the cakes of figs. So the same thing is true even in a storage locker of grain that you took off. Okay, but Rabbi Yehoshua says, Lo ta'aleh. Rabbi Yehoshua says it's not batel. So here we have, just to point out, this is the same idea, same shape. It's a grain locker, you have your top layer of Terumah, and then kippah means you pulled it off. I.e. you pulled off, obviously this is grains, and you're trying to pull up as much as you can, but you get the point. You get the idea of trying to pull it off. So therefore, since Rabbi Yehoshua says, Lo ta'aleh, Rabbi Yehoshua says, the bottom layer of this grain storage locker cannot be considered to be mevatel, the top layer. Therefore, sa'at Terumah shenafla pi migura, if it happened that a sa'at Terumah fell, according to him, al pi migura, on the face of the storage locker, of the grain locker, yakpi enu. Then you really do have to, according to Rabbi Yehoshua, if you want to eat it, you have to remove the top layer, and obviously a couple of, as much as you possibly can to make sure that you removed all the Terumah. Otherwise, it's not going to be mevatel. V'im kei, but if that's true, meaning if it's not mevatel, if the bottom layers are not mevatel, the top layers, lama amru Terumah ola be'echad u'meya. Why does it say Terumah is ola echad u'meya? If in this case, Rabbi Yehoshua says it's not mevatel, and I got to remove it, I got to scrape off the top layer, then how is it not echad u'meya? Remember, it's not so simple. They're talking about grain over grain, so these really are the same. They look the same. Why would it not be batel? So says the Mishnah, Im kein lama amru Terumah ola be'echad u'meya. Then how is it possibly batel? Into 101. Mishnah explains, Rabbi Yehoshua says, Im eino yadua im blu lo tein. If you don't know if it got mixed in, the ayin nafla, you don't know where it fell in. If it's a real safek, Rabbi Yeshua is talking about in a case where I know it's on the top, then it's not batel, then the bottom layers are not overwhelming. They don't be mevatel, they don't nullify the top layers. But if I don't know where they are, if I don't know if it was mixed in or where it fell, then of course we invoke the rule of bitul if there's 100 keneged the achad keneged the one. And the Bartanura explains v'halachak Rabbi Yeshua. We actually pass the Rabbi like Rabbi Yeshua, both in the case of the rounds, also in the case of the storage locker. In either case, we say they're not batel. It's not batel. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, contact me at arswalter@gmail.com. And I'll dedicate this learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha Ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.